Spicy's in the house, my people, and let's have fun with IDontWorkHereLady stories today. Congratulations, Kemen, for the comment of the day. I also just launched a new self-development channel, so if you can click the link in the description to support me, that will be great. Don't wear scrubs to a hospital. Yesterday, we had a family member admitted to the ICU and I had been dressed for work. I work in a doctor's office and I am required to wear scrubs. The scrubs at the hospital are a totally different color and have the employee's name on them. I am wearing plain scrubs. I had asked someone where I could find some water and was told to ask at the nurse's station. The lady behind the counter was wearing a green vest, GV. Can I please get a cup of water? She eye rolled. For who? A patient's mother. She gives me a death stare. I don't work here and I can't find a vending machine with water on it. Oh. Okay. She got up and went into a nurse's only room and reluctantly got it for me. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for all of the warm wishes and condolences. It has been a tough few days and I can't tell you what it meant to have strangers extending them. Our niece has now left the physical earth. Second, and way less, I have read all of your comments and replied to what I can. Thanks for the laugh and the reminder that this world is filled with all sorts of people. Some of you suck. Her name really is Karen. After relating this experience to an acquaintance, I was informed of this subreddit and I have spent most of the day reading the post. I am a first-time poster, but I have read the guidelines and will follow them and keep the gist of the story. I was shopping at my local Walmart, wearing a Stacey Adams fedora, a black Parish Nation bomber jacket, and orange camo rockaware jeans. Ergo, I could only be confused for an actual associate of Walmart by a completely delusional individual, which, as fate will have it, I encountered. I came across a tiny Mexican woman whose arm was in a sling struggling to place some items in her cart. Out of human decency, I helped her reach some items and got them in her cart for her. After she thanked me profusely, I headed down the aisle and turned the corner. Proceeding on my merry way, I heard running footsteps coming up behind me, and then someone grabbed the collar of my jacket and yanked very hard. As a side note, I have had extensive self-defense training. My first instinct was to immobilize my attacker, but something told me just to break free, go into a combat crouch and assaulting the attacker. I was shocked to see a Caucasian woman close to my age of 58 standing there in what I know now as the classic Karen pose. Arms crossed, feet planted and glaring at me. She was dressed in the best of halfway house clothes and wearing a Fox and Friends baseball cap. Our verbal exchange went like this. K for Karen, M for me. Excuse me? I was there first. Excuse me? You helped that Mexican woman, but walked away and did not help me. I didn't know you needed help. You didn't ask for any. A competent employee would have seen that I needed help. Ma'am, I don't work here. I am just shopping like you are. Just come help me. I will do what I can. Now at this point, I know most people would have told her to screw off and went and got security, which in this Walmart is an actual licensed peace officer. But I decided to take the moral high ground and see if I could help her. We went back to the previous aisle and I saw she had two girls with her, about 10 and 12, who looked mortified. Our next exchange went like this. What can I help you with? I need you to get the box off of the top shelf for me. I can't reach it, and the sign right there says to get an associate to retrieve items from the top shelf. Just go get a ladder, you idiot. I told you, I don't work here. I can't go get a ladder. Go get a ladder, you fat worthless fuck. I am 6'2", 265 pounds, and she is now way over any line of respect. Ma'am, I can't get a ladder. For the third time, I don't work here. You helped that Mexican woman. Don't lie to me. I know you work here. You are just too fat and lazy to help a white woman. You must be one of those white-heading socialist libtards. I am puzzled as how you think berating and insulting me is going to make me eager to help you. Just do your job and help me, or I would have you fired for being a white-hating racist who refused to help a white woman. How can you conclude I am a white-hating racist when I am white myself? Call your manager. I'm going to report you and have you fired. Since I don't work here, I have neither a walkie or a manager, but let's go over 3 aisles to electronics. Someone there should be able to contact a manager for you. We started walking over to electronics. At this junction, I didn't want to flee and have her foaming at the mouth virtual spew into any unsuspecting actual one-white associate. This store has a very diversified staff. We get to electronics and there are 2 young men of Somali heritage working. She storms up to them and screams at them. I need a manager right now. Do you know how to use that thing? Pointing at the walkie. These young men were very calm and very polite and asked her what she needed a manager for. She pointed at me and said, I want this lazy fat fuck fired. He helped a Mexican woman, but he won't help me. He hates white people. They looked at her, looked at me, and looked at each other and then said in obvious bewilderment, Ma'am, he does not work here. Karen blew a gasket at this point and screamed at the top of her lungs. Don't lie to me, you're just covering for him. White people can't even get service anymore from all of you effing immigrants. You don't belong in my country, you should just go to my car and get a gun and shoot the 3 of you. I looked over at the 2 actual associates and saw that they had their phones out and had recorded Karen. One was whispering rapidly into the walkie, then the PA system went wild with people calling the Mr. Green and Mr. Red in electronics or something to that effect. I looked down the aisle to the front of the store and it looked like a wave of yellow vests rolling down the aisles and a police officer in full sprint. Karen is surrounded, still screaming that she wants me fired. Manager says, I can fire him, he is a customer. Karen does not believe him either. To quote her, it is a socialist libtard conspiracy to kick white people out of Walmart. The 2 actual associates tell the manager and the police officer that she threatened to go out and get a gun and shoot the 3 of us. Karen screams she did no such thing. Associate shows video to manager and the police officer. Then Karen says she didn't mean it. Police officer asks me what happened. I give him an abridged version and her attacking me should be on the CCTV. Officer tells Karen he has heard enough and that she is under arrest and coming with him. She screams at him. Arresting me for what? Standing up for my rights as a white person? His response was, no, for making a terrorist threat, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and disturbing the peace. He then took one of her arms and started to handcuff her. She spun around, slapped him, broke free, and tried to run. Her purse was still in her cart, and her granddaughters were standing there horrified, so this escape attempt was as bright as Pickett's charge. So Karen, the manager, the 2 associates in electronics, and myself all head over to police headquarters to give statements. I found out her name really was Karen from the police, and the 2 girls with her were her granddaughters from the same source. All told, she was charged with assault, terrorist threats, resisting arrest, and assaulting a peace officer. She had a competency hearing to see if she could stand trial, but was entered in a state mental hospital until she is capable of being tried. I thought this incident was completely unique until I started reading the post here. I cannot get my head around what motivates the Karen of this dimension. Is this too good to be true? I don't work here anymore. Manager addition. I used to work at a pretty well-known department store. After I put in my 2 weeks notice during my last few days, I found out I won $200 worth of free clothing from the specific brand I worked at for being a top seller. On my last day, I picked my items and told the woman that managed that brand, not a store manager, but I picked so she can process the paperwork for me to get the items. That night, she texted me asking me for me to come in the next day to sign some papers so she can process everything for me to get the free stuff. I went into the store and was looking around. They had just put out a new shipment that I had not seen and I was checking it out. I was going through a rack right behind a counter and just out of habit, I was moving things around to keep it organized and the phone just happened to be ringing and the general manager was walking by. To say this woman was nasty was an understatement. So when I saw her storming towards me, I knew I finally going to be able to talk back to her. She made a beeline straight for me and demanded that I get behind a counter, answer the phone, and help ring up customers that were waiting online. I simply said no, and I swear I saw her face turn red and she started to freak the fuck out. I stopped her mid-sentence and said, "I don't work here anymore, and I am actually here as a customer." She just stared at me for a minute and she stormed off. It felt so good to say no to her face. She was an actually nightmare to work for. There is nothing better than seeing an angry person yelling at you realize they are wrong and that they have caused a scene for no reason. I wish I was there to see her reaction. I don't work here. I think my sweats and t-shirt make that obvious, as does having my daughter with me. Some background. I am over 40, dressed in gray sweatpants, a black t-shirt, and I have my 12-year-old daughter with me. Like all grocery stores, they will send an employee out with you to help you load your groceries into your car if you request it. And all store employees at this chain wear red polo shirts with the store logo. I park. My daughter and I get out of the car. We're walking towards the entrance, and I notice this older Karen type by the door staring at me. I walk by her, and she's still staring at me. I glance at her, briefly. Maybe she thinks she recognizes me? Don't know, kinda in a rush. I smile and nod, and keep walking. As I pass by, I thought I heard her say "rude" under her breath, but was not sure. Weird, but whatever. I got stuff to do. I get my couple items, check out in the express lane, and we're heading to the door when I see same older Karen, okay from now on, with a store manager. As I approach them by the main exit, that's him, right there. He completely ignored me when I tried to ask him to take my cart to my car. The manager pointing at a young store employee behind me. Who? The young man over there? No, him, pointing at me. I'm sorry, is there a problem? The manager looks at me, talking to old Karen. You mean this gentleman? Yes, he did not help me out to my car. I'm sorry, what? You were supposed to help me to my car when a customer needs it. I looked at the manager and he looks at me. That exchange of information in just one glance. Ma'am, this gentleman is a customer. He does not work here. At this point, my daughter starts giggling at this situation. Old Karen really notices her for the first time, looks me up and down at what I am wearing, then turns 3 shades of red. Wait, never mind. Sorry, sir. Now the manager turns to the old Karen. Ma'am, I'll just help you to your car. And they walk out together. Most every time I read one of these posts, I see at least one reason why a person might at least initially think the OP works at said location. But here, older, dressed nothing like any employee there, with my tween kid in tow, and you first notice me as I am approaching the store from my car. In what universe does that indicate I am a grocery store employee to someone? Usually it is the universe where they are in the center and everything revolves around them. Oh, wait, that's just what they like to think. Typical Karens. Have you seen what they wear here? Earlier this year, I had a job interview in the morning. Since it was a 30-minute drive from home and in the town with the closest big furniture store, I thought I'd browse and look at furniture for a bit before going home. I was quickly passing through a section that I was not interested in when an elderly couple shouted at me. Do you work here? No, I don't. Sorry. You don't work here, but you're dressed like you do. I checked, and the store's uniform was yellow shirt and blue pants, not black slacks, dark blue shirt and tie. Did he thought that was Walmart? Before you go away or enjoy my playlist of IDontWorkHereLady videos, remember to subscribe to have a chance in winning one of the 8 Amazon gift cards I would give when we reach 5,000 subscribers. And I also just launched a new self-development channel, so you can click the link in the description to support me if you wish. Thank you for your support, and hopefully you can help me create better videos with your likes and comments. My name is Spicy, and I'm out.